Hi there. In this video, we will walk through the new MindTap online solution for computer science courses geared toward CompTIA certifications. We will use the Gene Andrews book, A+ Guide to IT Technical Support, as our primary example. Now, we know that certifications in CIS and IT are directly related to some of the highest paying careers in growing fields in the country. From Microsoft Office Specialist certifications to Certified Ethical Hacking, Cengage has focused on creating engaging texts with hands-on labs and certification prep into one out-of-the-box solution called MindTap. Now I'll hop into MindTap for A+ IT Technical Support. Every MindTap learning path will look slightly different depending on the course and will have specific lab environments for that course. However, our overall goal is to prepare students for certification exam objectives and career skills with activities that help them get hands-on practice in a realistic simulated environment and in realistic career-based situations. This is the learning path for A+ Andrews Guide to IT Technical Support. You'll see that the course starts out with a video welcome introduction to the course, as well as a video for students to understand how to use MindTap and submit their MindTap assignments. There's also a section of course readiness resources. This includes a video that introduces students to the IT field, as well as a video showing students how to prepare for a job in the IT field. We've also got a CompTIA exam A+ mapping grid that shows students what exam objectives are mapped to the book and where they can find them. There's also a user guide for the live virtual machine labs that are built into this course. And then you'll see a pre-assessment for both of the CompTIA A+ exams that students can take after this course. That's for software and hardware. You'll also see a post-exam at the bottom of the learning path. The idea is that students will take the pre-assessment at the beginning of the course so instructors can get a baseline of what their students already know. And at the end of the course, students can take the post-assessment to see how they've grown over the course and feel confident that they can pass the CompTIA exam. These exam preparation tests exist within the IQ app over on the app dock on the right-hand side of the MindTap interface. If the instructor opens the IQ app, they'll be able to see all of the exams that are available. They also can create custom exams. So if you want students to practice their test-taking skills more than just at the beginning and end of class, you can certainly create smaller quizzes for students to work on throughout the course. If I click New Test, I have the ability to pick questions that are based on specific chapters in the book, or exam objectives for either hardware or software. If I look in the software exam, let's say that I'm starting out and I want students to just practice taking an exam only on operational procedures. There are 29 questions available for that concept. If I scroll to the bottom, I can decide what number of questions I want on the exam. Let's say 29, since that's how many there are, and I can give students a time limit. And I have the option to have the students see the correct answer after they answer, and I can shuffle the questions for each attempt. Once I create this, I can add it right into the learning path wherever I want. In the news activities, bring the text into current light. Students get a list of RSS feeds, which are current articles that have to do with topics related to in the text. Students can pick one or a couple articles to read through, and then they're going to submit an essay on one of those topics. You'll see here, it will give students some brief instruction. Students will write their essay on a Word document and upload it to the assignment. Then we get into each individual unit. I'm going to try out Unit 7, Survey of Windows Features and Support Tools. You'll see that all of the units are organized in a similar manner. Students have their interactive readings, lab simulations, live virtual machine labs, study, and apply. The readings will use the interactive MindTap reader, which you might have seen in the past, where instructors can add their own content and students can annotate the text. Lab simulations. Lab simulations are kind of like bumper labs for students. It'll show them what to do, they'll move along, but they can't really explore the entire interface. This will open up in a new window. These lab simulations come from Lab Connection, a separate product that had existed in the past. This has been updated to the new version of the book. Once students start a lab in Lab Connection, you'll see in the interface they have directions for that lab on the left-hand side of the page. These directions can be read out loud to them as well. Across the top, they have the ability to click Show Me if they get stuck. This will show them a video of what they're supposed to do. If you want this to be more of a quiz grade, instructors have the chance to make this challenge mode, which means that students do not get the Show Me feature. So right here it wants me to log in, and in the directions it's giving me the password. I can't just click anywhere, that's not going to help me, as it'll tell me that that was incorrect. So you can see it does have bumpers. Students can't really explore everywhere they want to go. I'll type in the password. And once I do, the lab will continue. So you can see I'm not working on a real machine here, it's a simulated version, and I'll work through the lab this entire way. Students and instructors will get reporting on how well they did within the lab. Besides the lab simulations, we also now have live virtual machine labs. These live labs were built by the company called Practice Labs, which has been creating practice labs and educational tools for industry professionals for years. But we've taken their format and put it into MindTap in a way that students can make use of this great lab exercise as well. This is the Practice Lab platform where students are working on virtual machines. Unlike Lab Connection, where students are working in a simulation, Practice Labs connects students to virtual machines, so they have full explorability, and it's really a real-life simulation. So you can see, just like Lab Connection, the instructions that students will work through are in the left-hand column, and students will scroll here. They also have the ability to change some settings, and they have tutorials and guides to help them use these practice labs here. But for the most part, they'll stay in the guide for the lab right here. They'll have a brief introduction, as well as exam objectives that this lab will help them learn. There's also a lab diagram that will show them which machines they're working in. These instructions are fully adjustable and printable. Then it'll begin the lab. Right in the middle column, these are the virtual machines that I have access to. At the bottom, I'm able to turn all of the machines on at once, I can reset them, or I can log out of the lab platform. You'll see right here, the machines that I have to have on are the first one, DC01, as well as Win701 and Win810. If I didn't need these on, I could power them off, suspend, reboot, reset, or refresh. I can click Next to move to the next page in the lab guide, and it'll bring up my first exercise and task. It's telling me which machine I'll be working in. I have some hints over in the main screen where I'm going to work, and then I have access to my virtual machines. So it says I'm going to be working in Win810. I'll open up this screen first, and it wants me to connect to Internet Explorer. So I'll open up Internet Explorer. There's always a screenshot for what students are doing, as well as the steps in text. It wants me to go on the Tools and Resources page, and then click Tools. You'll see if I do something that it doesn't ask me to do, this is fully explorable as I'm working on an actual machine that does exist. So in step 3, it wants me to find utilities. Let's say I accidentally go into the SQL Server. I can still go there, I can fully explore, but I note that I'm in the wrong place, so I'm going to move back. I'll continue following the steps throughout the entire lab to complete it. Besides the lab simulations as well as the live virtual labs, students also have study tools, including PowerPoint lectures, flashcards, and a crossword puzzle. There's also an Apply section that can be used for a homework or quiz grade. There's both a basics quiz as well as a thinking critically quiz. The basics quiz will go over concepts that students learn in the chapter and in their labs, usually multiple choice questions and fill in the blank. Thinking critically quizzes will put students in specific scenarios, like this one. Suppose you have purchased and installed apps from the Windows Store on your Windows 8 home computer using your Microsoft account. At work, you connect your Microsoft account to your network ID to sign into your network computer. Will the apps installed on your home computer now be installed on your network computer? Select the best answer. Again, these may be some multiple choice questions, but they're asking students to connect concepts and putting them in a specific real-world scenario. Once students are done completing the assignment, it'll be automatically graded and they'll be able to see their score right away. That was a quick tour of the assignments that you'll find in the A+ Mind tab, but we've got many other kinds of labs for other courses in CTE. So what IT course areas have Mind tab like this? We have Mind tab right now for the A+, Network+, Linux+, and Security+ exams. We even go as far as Certified Ethical Hacking and Computer Forensics. We also have our highly regarded Microsoft Office training site, SAM, Skills Assessment Manager, also available now in MindTap for Microsoft Office skills and computer concepts. And now we have new programming labs that are automatically graded for Java, C++, Python, and web design programming languages like HTML5 and CSS3. Please contact your rep to learn how Cengage is getting students hands-on and preparing their students for their future careers in other course areas.